Good morning, everyone. I am Mrs. Rushali Chaudhary, lecturer, Praveen Patil Polytechnic. Welcomes you to the Basic Science Chemistry lecture. We are already started with the metal corrosion, its prevention, and electrochemistry chapter. That is the second chapter of your syllabus. We are done with the corrosion and its prevention. Today we are going to deal with the electrochemistry. What is the electrochemistry that we are going to learn? The learning outcome of this video is learn important terms in electrochemistry and learn what is the degree of ionization. What is the electrochemistry that we are going to learn here and their application that we are also going to learn. What is the electrochemistry? It is a branch of chemistry which deals with electrical energy and chemical reaction. When there is some electrical energy passes through any solution, some chemical reaction take place. Or when chemical reaction take place, there is some electric current is produced. That branch of chemistry is called as electrochemistry. Where we are using the electrochemistry, we are using mobile battery, that is a rechargeable battery, is the best example of electrochemistry. In that mobile battery, the electric energy is stored in form of chemical energy, and when we are using our mobile, that chemical energy is converted into the electrical energy and we are able to use the mobile. It is used for the sensing. What is meaning of the sensing? Did you know the thermometer? A temperature sensor? Yes. So that is have a sensors. So as per the temperature change in the surrounding, signals are goes to the sensor and we will get the reading. We are using sensors for measuring pH, for measuring temperature, for measuring oxygen, for measuring so many biomedical terms that is required for the your analysis of your body chemicals or the blood. It is used in a corrosion. What is a corrosion? The process of a rusting or a degradation of a metal is called as corrosion. When corrosion takes place, some electrochemical reaction take place that we are going to learn. Organic electrosynthesis. We are going to produce different organic substances by using electrochemical reactions. Industrial electrolysis. What is the industrial electrolysis? Where we are using it? We are using for different manufacturing electrolyte or the electrolysis product. We are studying electroplating, electrorefining. That is the most important terms for the industrial application of electrochemistry. Energy conversion. We are converting solar energy, solar light into the electric field. There also electrochemistry is required. So in a electrochemistry we are going to study both reaction when electric energy is converted into the chemical energy and chemical energy is converted into the electric energy. Before starting with the electrochemistry, we must aware about some terms. What are that? Conductors. What is a conductors? A substance which allows electric current to pass through it is known as conductor. Example, almost all metals, silver, gold, copper, steel, are the good conductor of electricity. Seawater. The water which is having a salt dissolve also act as a conductor of electricity. Insulator. The substance which do not allow electric current to pass through it. It's called as insulator. A substance which is not allowing current to pass through it is called as insulator. Example, rubber, glass, oil, diamond, dry wood. These are the example of insulating material. They are specifying it is a dry wood. If that wooden surface is become wet, some water will be get deposited on that. That time would become conductor. Dielectrics, the material which are used to prevent the loss of electricity through certain parts in an electrical system, is known as dielectrics, which is a storing electric current, that is called as dielectrics. Ionization. How the salt water or the sea water become conductor of electricity? Because it contains cation and anions, positive and negative charge ions. Therefore, it becomes conductor. How it will form charge ions? That process is called as ionization. It is a process of splitting or breaking substance into charge atoms is known as ionization. In this process, salt get break into positively and negatively charged ions. Ionic reaction. The neutral salt break into positive and negative ions. It's called as ionization. Ionized solution is called as electrolyte. The substance which is in an aqueous solution or in a molten state liberate ions and allow electric current to pass through it, resulting in a chemical decomposition. It's called as electrolyte. A substance which carries a current in a liquid or molten state is called as electrolyte. Why they are conducting electrolyte? Because due to ionization, cation and anion form, positive, negative charge ions are there. So they are allowing current to pass through it. That is called as electrolyte. Non-electrolyte. The substance which is non-conductor of electricity is known as non-electrolyte. Take an example. If we take a sugar and if we dissolve in a water, it will not form positive and negative charge ions. So sugar solution is not a conductor of electricity. It is called as non-electrolyte. While if it is a sodium chloride, namak, if we dissolve in a water, it forms sodium and chlorine ions and act as a electrolyte. Electrolysis. The process of chemical decomposition of an electrolyte by passage of an electric current is known as electrolysis. The process of chemical decomposition of an electrolyte by passing electric current is known as electrolysis. When we are passing current, the positive and negative charge ions move in a different direction. So chemical decomposition, chemical reaction will take place. That process is called as electrolysis. Strong electrolyte. When salt is completely dissolved in the water and forming a high number of ions, that time it is called as a strong electrolyte. High degree of ionization means maximum number of ions, positive, negative ions are formed. That is called as a strong electrolyte. Example, HCl, hydrochloric acid, KOH, NaCl. When this salt dissolve, they will form large number of cation and anion. So it is called as strong electrolyte. Weak electrolyte. When electrolyte dissolve, but they does not form cation and anion in a large number. So it is called as weak electrolyte, which is having a higher number of cation and anion. Strong electrolyte. So which is become good conductor of electricity? Strong electrolyte, because it contains large number of cation and anion. So current carrying capacity is higher. So they become very good conductor of electricity. Weak electrolyte are the weak conductor of electricity. Here we can see the difference between the strong electrolyte and a weak electrolyte. Weak electrolyte dissociate partially, means only small amount will form cation and anion. Dissociate completely. All salt, all acids completely dissociate to form a cation and anion. Weak electrolyte solutions are poor conductor as they are containing less number of cation and ion. Strong electrolyte is good conductor of electricity as containing large number of cation and ions. Weak electrolytes include weak acid, weak bases, some insoluble ionic compounds like water. Strong acids HCl, HBr, HI, nitric acid, sulfuric acid belongs to the strong electrolyte. Metal oxide like sodium chloride also called as a strong electrolyte. What is the ionization? Degree of ionization. Class, look this. This is a sodium chloride crystal, the common salt, नमक. इसका structure ये रहेगा. That is having a positively charged sodium and negatively charged chlorine. They are compactly attached with each other to form a crystal lattice. So as it is a positive and negative charge is same, it is a completely neutral. So it is a bad conductor of electricity in a solid state. This is the solid state which is having a fixed shape and dimension. So in a crystalline form, in a solid form, sodium chloride is a bad conductor of electricity as it is a neutral in nature. But when we are dissolving NaCl in a water, what will happen? This positive negative will get separated. Here we can see that positive negative ions get separated. They will form cation and anion. As it is forming a cation and anion, they become good conductor of electricity. The process of breaking electrovalent compound into charged ions is called as ionization, and the fraction of total molecules of electrolyte that ionizes in a solution is called as degree of ionization. Strong acid have a high degree of ionization. Weak acid have a low degree of ionization. Strong acid form a maximum number of cation and anion. Weak acid form very less number of cation and anion. Factors affecting degree of ionization. First factor, nature of solute, nature of solvent, dilution, the temperature. Nature of solute. What is the nature of solute? Strong acid, strong base, weak acid, weak bases. Ionic compound like acids, bases and salts are highly ionized in a solution like a HCl, NaOH, KCl. So high degree of ionization. Weak acid like acetic acid, weak bases like ammonium hydroxide are weakly ionized in a solution, so less number of cation and ions and low degree of ionization. Nature of solvent. Polar solvents like water, ammonia have a tendency to break the bond, to break ions, separate ions and form a positive and negative cations and anions called as a strong ionizing solvents. So if salt is dissolved in a water, ionization is greater. But if the same salt dissolves in a solvent, non-polar solvent, it, it does not break the bond. It is not going to form a cation and anion. Degree of ionization is low. Concentration of solution. Degree of ionization is inversely proportional to the concentration. If we dissolve large quantity of salt in a water, then number of ionization is number of ions is less because they don't have a place to move here and there. So degree of ionization is decreases. But if we take very small amount of salt dissolve in a water, they produce the large number of ions because there is a lot of space for moving here and there. So they will form cation, anion in a large number, and degree of ionization is increases. At a low concentration, degree of ionization is high. At a high concentration, degree of ionization is low. Temperature. It is directly proportional to the degree of ionization. If the temperature increases, they will get molecules get more thermal energy, they are more excited, and they are easily breakable. So as the temperature increases, ionization is increases. Did you observe? Salt is easily dissolved in a hot water or more rapidly dissolved in a hot water compared to the cold water. We are going to solve the MCQ based on today's topic. Electrolyte can conduct electricity because molecules have an unpaired electron, molecules have a paired electrons, molecules have a loosely held electrons. That's why electrons are able to move here and there, and electrolyte become conductor of electricity. Which one of the following is an electrolyte? Benzene, chloroform, sodium chloride, sugar. Which is the ionic compound which is formed between metal and non-metal? That is a sodium chloride. It is a ionic compound, electrovalent compound. So when it is dissolved in a water, it will form positive and negative cation and anion and become conductor of electricity. Therefore, it is called as electrolyte. Which one of the following is a not-a-strong electrolyte? What is meaning of the not a strong electrolyte? It must be a weak electrolyte. NaCl, it is a strong electrolyte. NaOH, strong electrolyte. KOH, strong electrolyte. So your answer is acetic acid, CH3COOH. The flow of electron is called as electric current when it is passing through the electrolyte or the solution. The substance through which electric current passes is called as insulator, conductors, cathode and anodes. It is called as conductors. And conductors, when attached to the metallic strip, it is become cathode and anode depending upon which pole it is attached. Metallic conductors conduct electricity with chemical changes, without any changes, both A and B, none of these. Did you observe the metallic wire at your home? When it is carrying current, any chemical or any reaction will take place nearby? No, the wire will remain same for a longer duration, for tens, 15s of year. Metal remain the same. So answer is without any chemical changes. Thank you so much for listening. If you have a doubt, you can always mail me. Thank you so much.